Being selected as an NBA All-Star is one of the highest distinctions a professional basketball player can receive. Therefore, when a player makes their All-Star debut, it is regarded as a significant thing by the player, his teams, and his fans. There are a lot of players making strong arguments to be named All-Star for the first time this season. So, we've decided to pick the 12 individuals that we believe have the best prospects of doing so this season. In the number 12 spot, we have Jonas Valanciunas. Jonas Valanciunas is one of the league's biggest big men with a classic post-up game and budding outside shooting touch, as well as one of the Western Conference's top centers all season. Valanciunas is still a double-double machine with an underrated playmaking Valanciunas is still a double-double machine with an underrated playmaking ability and a powerful post-up game, as well as a great screen-setting toughness, but he's now hitting 43% of his three-point tries in 2021 to 2022, a career-high percentage of success. Valanciunas is 46th in VORP and 42nd in WS/48 this season. And anyone who has watched the New Orleans Pelicans this season will witness the fact that the big Lithuanian should no longer be overlooked as a top NBA big man. In the number 11 spot, we have Desmond Bane. Desmond Bane, the steal of the 2020 draft, has made the Memphis Grizzlies front staff seem like geniuses for picking him with the final choice of the first round that year. As Bane appears like an outstanding role player and one of the top outside shooters in the NBA, even in year 2. Bane has ranked 6th in the league in three-point percentage in his debut, hitting 42.5% of his shots, a number higher than that of Joe Ingles and Wayne Ellington, both excellent shooters in their own right. Furthermore, according to Synergy Sports, Bane is in the league's 85th percentile as a spot-up shooter this season, producing 1.2 PPP on such chances. Bane is more than just a spot-up outside shooter. He's also got potential as a driver to the basket and a pull-up shooter off the dribble. The Grizzlies have a true diamond on their hands. Up next, we have Andrew Wiggins. Wiggins has excelled in more supportive roles as a member of the Warriors, especially this season, as he is no longer expected to carry a franchise under the burden as being a previous number 1 choice. Wiggins is achieving career highs, and thanks to his large part of his significantly improved shooting ability, the Canadian swingman is producing a career-high 59.3 true shooting percentage. Despite a late slump in form, Golden State has looked like a true title contender this season. And that wouldn't have been possible without Wiggins' off-ball productivity as a slasher and one-on-one scoring prowess. Up next, we have Miles Bridges. Swingman for the Hornets, Bridges has been a standout performer this season, setting his career highs in points, rebounds, assists, steals, and blocks on a consistent basis. He's doing it with good efficiency too, as Synergy ranks Bridges as a very good overall offensive scorer. The former Michigan State great is more effective as a pick-and-roll ball handler and as a pick-and-roll man, both of which he excels at. Bridges' ability to excel in both of those play types demonstrates what kind of a versatile player the Hornets swingman has developed into. As a member of the team, one who can do a little bit of everything while dishing up some of the most spectacular dunks in the NBA right now. In the number 8 spot, we have DeAndre Ayton. The Phoenix Suns have been the NBA's most outstanding team so far in 2022. And while its superstar backcourt deserves the majority of the credit, DeAndre Ayton's contributions to the club's success over the past 2 seasons should not be forgotten. Ayton has perhaps been at his best this season, as well as establishing career highs in BPM, and while his effort level can still waver at times, his nightly impact is the best it's ever been. Ayton has been a monster as a pick-and-roll roller, averaging 1.35 PPP on such looks, the second best figure in the league among players with at least 100 such possessions, according to Synergy. His rebounding and low post scoring ability could be crucial for the Suns in the playoffs, as many of the Phoenix opponents lack the size and athleticism to stay up with Ayton when he's on. In the 7th spot, we have Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. It would almost feel terrible to leave Gilgeous-Alexander out of the All-Star festives this season, but the 2 factors could work against him in Oklahoma City: the team's record and how deep the Western Conference is in backcourt positions. Gilgeous-Alexander does a bit of everything for the Thunder, scoring well while also rebounding and dishing at a high rate for a guard. The Canadian ball handler has a one-of-a-kind game, with herky-jerky motions that are tough to predict and stop-on-a-dime shooting that confuses opponents as to when to contest. As a result, according to Synergy, Gilgeous-Alexander ranks 4th among players with at least 150 isolation opportunities this season, with .95 PPP as a higher mark than Jason Tatum. There's no doubt that Gilgeous-Alexander will eventually get an All-Star nod, but it's simply difficult to predict whether that'll happen this year given the 2 variables mentioned above. In the number 6 spot, we have LaMelo Ball. We're getting to the point on this list where it'd be shocking if these guys didn't become first-time All-Stars this year. And that section is led off by LaMelo Ball, who's rapidly becoming one of the league's most intriguing players. With his pizzazz, highlight passes, and dramatic three-point attempts, Ball has transformed the Hornets into a not just much-watched television game, but also a legitimate East playoff candidate in just his second season with the team. Ball and another young phenom, Luka Doncic, are the only players to average 19.3, 7.1, and 7.5 stat line before reaching 21 years old, demonstrating how unique Ball's all-around game is and how he's on track to be the next big thing at the point guard position in the NBA. Ball is also ranked 22nd in the league, indicating that his production is far from empty or wasteful. Missed games will affect his prospects, as could the strength of the East's guard crop, but Ball will be considered an all-star spot this season without a doubt. Up next, we got Dejounte Murray. Dejounte Murray is one of the three players this season with a 19, 8, and 8 stat line along with Luka Doncic and James Harden. Murray also leads the league in nightly thefts, demonstrating how big of a two-way load he carries for the San Antonio Spurs on a daily basis. Murray is the best on both ends of the court. Even developing into a capable scorer this season, it's something he struggled with early on in his career. The 25-year-old ranked 16th in BPM in 2021 to 2022, 14th in VORP, and 26th in PER, making it tough to envision Murray not being chosen as an all-star this season, though the Spurs' record as well as his team's market size could work against him. In any case, San Antonio fans know how terrific Murray has been this year, as the youthful floor general has developed into one of the best two-way point guards in the league. In the number 4 spot, we have Darius Garland. Another young point guard on a meteoric rise is Darius Garland, one of the Cleveland Cavaliers point guards who is averaging nearly 20 points and 8 assists per game in his third season. Garland has been one of Cleveland's most important players this season, contributing significantly to the team's 26-18 record and number 6 ranking in the East. When he's on the floor, the Cavaliers score 11.4 points per 100 possessions more than when he's on the bench. Garland's fluid game and precise shooting touch make him difficult to defend, as do his pick-and-roll creation talents, making him an all-around point guard who excels in today's game. Steph Curry raised some eyebrows before to the season when he showered praise on Garland right before his huge breakout. I talked to Curry a couple weeks ago, and I was asking him about young players he might have reached out to. And guess who he said? McMullen made a remark, Darius Garland. He adores Darius Garland, and he believes the youngster is going to be a great big celebrity. Curry appears to know what he's talking about when it comes to the point guard play. In the number 3 spot, we have Jarrett Allen. Jarrett Allen, Garland's Cavs teammate and pick-and-roll partner, is also having a spectacular breakout season, which might lead to his first All-Star candidacy. According to Synergy, Allen is a good offensive player, and while his game isn't very diverse, he's so effective at what he does that it's difficult to disagree with Synergy's assessment. Allen's leaping athleticism, large wingspan, and strong hands make him a threat on the glass as well as a scorer in the post. The former Texas standout excels at cutting off the ball and finishing out of pick-and-rolls and post-ups. Allen, like Garland, has been a huge cause for Cleveland's tremendous success this season. And with that possible all-star combo around, the Cavaliers are poised to reach even greater heights in the future. In the number 2 spot, we have Fred VanVleet. It would be a surprise if Fred VanVleet did not make his first All-Star team this season, as the Raptors floor general has been on the top point guards in the Eastern Conference, if not in the entire NBA. There's no way the Raptors would be 21-20 and in position to make the playoffs without VanVleet. VanVleet is also highly rated by Advanced Statistics. Furthermore, Synergy rates VanVleet as an excellent spot-up shooter and very effective pick-and-roll scorer on the play type. And finally, in the number 1 spot, we have Ja Morant. Another player who could be regarded a lock to make his All-Star debut in 2021 to 2022 is Grizzlies point guard Ja Morant, who has been explosively dominant for Memphis this season, with an exception of a handful of weeks that he missed due to an injury. Morant is explosive, gritty around the basket, and has exceptional court vision and is now banging down threes off the dribble. And in the fact that Memphis is 6th in the net rating and 3rd in the West, there's no reason to believe that Morant won't be an All-Star this season. It's also likely to be the first of many such honors in Morant's career, as the 22-year-old appears to be a future superstar in the making. Well guys, thank you so much for making it to the end of the video. Be sure to smash that like button, subscribe to Tip Top Sports, and ring that notification bell so you never miss a video. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.